Hello, and welcome to Linking to the Afterlife. I'm Donna Boyle, a medium and direct messenger for spirit. It's my job to interpret the images and sensations that appear in my physical as well as my emotional body. Spirit knows what we are ready to receive at this time for our soul's growth. Spirit always knows best. Let's listen in now to the conversation with my guests in the physical and spiritual world. The real question for all of us is, are we ready to hear the message? Your father has stepped in. Your father is in the non-physical world, yes?
Yes.
And is there a J name around him?
Yes, that would be my mother.
Okay, so the J. Okay, so they're stepping through together, but he stepped through more of a vibrational for Donna, more vibrationally, but then the J name came in. And who is the Joe? Is there a Joe or a Josephine or a Joseph?
That's my mother's name.
Is Josephine?
Yes, Joe. Yes.
So they're both together. Did they cross at the same time, or did they cross close to each other, or they're just so together?
No, they actually crossed 10 years apart.
Yeah, they're so together. They're so with it. They're so, look, this is the way we are, Donna. Love transcends everything. And I said, well, this is your dad speaking. I said, well, that's interesting the way you said that. Love transcends everything. Did you guys have some challenges when you were in the physical world? I'm asking your dad. And he says, I will repeat, love transcends everything. Does that make sense to you, Donna?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful statement. So you're giving me an indication there were some challenges. Was it between the two of them or family things?
My dad and my mom were so loving and just nothing major steps out, just wonderful, loving family.
Okay. Beautiful. So there, his comment. I feel she's there in the background, but I feel she like mirrors him. Like whatever he says, she's like, yep, I agree. Yep, I agree. Yep, I agree. So I'll repeat his phrase again because I love it so much. I love this so much. Love transcends everything. And when I feel that vibration, I feel that he is meaning to send that to not just you, but many people around you. Do you understand that?
I think so. I think so.
That there would have been, or there is now, people around you that he needs to stay. Okay, just because that happened doesn't mean we should not love each other. Do you understand that a little bit more now?
Yes.
Yes, I love that. And who has the obsession with sneakers?
I love sneakers, but I don't have an obsession with it, I don't think. I have several pair.
You have several pair. I'll go with an obsession with sneakers. I'll say, yes, that's you. So he's bringing forth that, your father. And are they different colors also?
Yes.
That's what he's saying. So you know he's with you all the time, and he especially loves your language of love. I said, well, that was interesting. He especially loves your language of love. And I'm asking him to elaborate on that. And he said, when I hang around her and I listen to her talk, it's almost as if the people she's talking to, even though they might not understand or they might not agree with her, the love that she exudes when she speaks is such a vibration that nobody is left untouched. Do you understand?
I think so.
That's a beautiful confirmation from your father that he's around you when you speak. You understand that?
Yes.
He says, I follow you no matter how far you go. I'm going to repeat what he has to say and trying to get him to say a little bit more what he means by that. He says, I am with you no matter how far you travel.
Okay.
I'm sensing there are pieces of you that travel without spirit, Let me repeat that. So sometimes you have this wonderful connection with spirit. And then other times you're like, I don't believe that's happening. Nope, that's not happening. No, I doubt that. And I doubt that. Would that make sense?
Kind of. I don't know that I ever feel I'm without spirit. I don't know that I've ever been separated from spirit.
Okay. I'm going to let that go.
Okay.
But I feel that final interpretation of what I said was a little bit more on point for him, that there's just some part of you that might doubt some things. And he's telling you, I'm always going to be there. No matter where you go in your head, I'm always going to be there. You understand those words, yes?
Yes.
And you might remember tomorrow, you might say, oh, yeah, I do kind of do that sort of thing. Now I get what he's saying, because he was pretty insistent. He wanted me to keep repeating it to you. So I'm telling him I'm stopping now. And your mother's like, that's just the way he is, Donna. He is just so insistent. If you don't get it, he's going to tell you again until you get it. Does that make sense, Donna?
Well, yes. And I'm a dreamer. I get that he says it doesn't matter wherever you go, I'm right there.
Yeah.
So it's not like a disbelief. It's just like, I dream pretty big, so we'll see. It's okay because he's going to be there for me.
I like that. I'm glad you got there. I like that. That feels very good for me, because it wasn't said in a sense where this would be something in a world of no good, bad, right, or wrong. That would be bad.
Right.
It just felt there's this piece of you that goes somewhere. And he was saying, yeah, I'm going to be there. I love that. I love that for him. And I'll tell you, you've got a dragonfly on your wall behind you.
Uh-huh.
And I saw one on my path today, and where I walked this morning. I haven't seen one in months.
Oh,
And it was winter. So at least a year I haven't seen one. And I saw one today on my path. I want to say he was coming through way before this actual reading. He said, she knows everything, not only about her, but also about us, meaning mom and dad. And he said, you were right. You were right all along. Do you understand, Donna?
I think so. Again, it's just going with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not right. It's not wrong. It just is.
Thank you. I feel that there were times when you were all together in the physical world
Mm-hmm.
where you might have said to him, look, this is the way it is. And he denied it. But now he's telling you, you were right. And this could go back to childhood. This could go back to your teen years, that you were right. And he's not apologizing. He's just saying you were right. Do you understand?
I think so.
Your mother is just so cute standing behind him. She's like, in my mind, she's going, I don't have to say anything, Donna. Again, I agree with him because he's going to take over the conversation anyway. So I'll just sit back here. And she's like, pet the animals. She likes animals. She's like petting like bigger animals. Like there's a llama or an alpaca or something beside her. And she's like rubbing his neck. It's like a really long necked animal. Does that have anything to do with when she was here in the physical world?
Not at all. No.
How interesting. She's got this alpaca beside her that she loves the softness of it. Was she a tactile person?
I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm getting my sense like there's a soft blanket I have on my bed and I like to touch it like before I fall asleep. I like to have my arm on it. I don't want it over me. I just like to have my arm on it. So I feel that she likes that softness. Did she like soft blankets? Did she like soft clothing?
Yes.
She still likes the alpaca. She likes the softness of the alpaca. She says, Donna, I'm good. I am so good where I am. If this alpaca just kept following me, she says, that's all I need in the world of spirit. It's really all I need. And I'm like, are you saying you don't need your husband? She's like, I would never tell him that. But she tells me, Donna, this world of spirit is so expansive, massive, more than you guys down in this earth plane could ever imagine. How expansive your soul can be when you are in this beautiful, she's not even calling it a world. She's just showing me as a vibration. Now, Donna, me speaking, I've certainly heard that from a few souls, but she explains it and shows it to me in a more expansive way than I've ever seen. She has a great way of verbalizing herself. Was she like that here in the physical world?
I think so. My mom's been gone almost 20 years, so it's hard for me to remember all the details. Yeah, I remember my mom as if she was right here, but details are,
I understand. So I'm here to remind you.
thank you.
I'm here to remember those soft things about her and the way she communicates in such a high vibrational frequency. Because Donna, you understand that how I'm reading them is not only in my head and through telepathy, but I also feel and sense their vibration and how it, I'll say, spits out into the world of non-physical. You understand?
I think so. Yes.
I'm here to explain that. That's what she keeps saying too. I said, both of you doing very well. And your dad let her speak that time. Your dad turned around. He was tapping his foot though, like, go on, go on. Like he couldn't wait to get his next statement out. Do you understand?
Yes. He's always very courteous and kind. I don't see him stopping my mom from doing anything, nor her letting him.
Yes, yes. And I wouldn't call it stopping, but I'd say he waits until she's done. You understand?
Yes.
Like he would never talk over her, but he wanted in first. He was the one that came in first, but she was the one that gave me her name. I still don't know his name. Donna, do you have any questions about what we just talked about? Did you want me to elaborate on anything?
No, I'm grateful my mom and dad came forward.
How about your sister? Do you have a sister in the world of non-physical?
Not that I know of, because I was adopted. So if there's somebody else I don't know about,
I have a sister here.
okay.
And your mom and dad both are bringing her through. And your mom and dad, as she came through, it was very clear, sister, this is your sister. And it's like they're introducing her to you. So I would gather this must be someone that you don't know. They're very loving and supportive. Like they took her in also when she crossed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I don't feel there's any more family there of yours, meaning not of your birth family, I'll say. Okay. I feel it was important they're saying that your sister is here with us also.
Yes.
It's important to them. It's important for you to know that they love her also. To my guests this week, thank you for allowing me to be the link in these messages. And for all of you listening, we appreciate your appearance in the oneness. In this space of love, we all expand in consciousness. If you're interested in a reading for the show or a private reading with me, see the show notes for more info. Thank you for your rating and review of this podcast. Until next time.